Get a £5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for iFall TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. We're in Texas here, start of fight week. With me I've got the WBO light middleweight champion Liam Smith. How are you?
Very good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got here on Sunday?
Yeah.
So how's it been the last couple of days?
Good. It was treated us well for the first couple of days. It was good. You know, we come here for the press, same hotel we come for the press conference, so you know, we're familiar to it, and it's a nice hotel, nice people up to now, and you know, we've been treated well up to now, so it's gone okay.
Obviously the whole euphoria around boxing last week was centred around Brook and Golovkin, but you couldn't obviously sort of have any sort of involvement or too much into that because of this huge fight you've got in America this week, so did you sort of kind of put that to the side and not think about that?
It was hard to do because you know how much I love boxing. KUGAN, I'm at nearly every show, you know, and it was a fight I would have liked to have went to and I went to as a fan, but you know I have to keep my head on my own job. You know, it's selfish. It's a selfish game, and I have to be selfish and just concentrate on myself. I've got a big night myself ahead, so it's one that I have to be professional about, and you know, I've got to focus on something this Saturday, so I couldn't really get too involved in that fight.
Not in a sort of disrespectful way, but has it kind of hit you yet of what kind of fight you're in this Saturday? Yeah,
it has, but it's one that I've been asking for. It's one that I've wanted to. You know, you get fighters going over. You know, I could just kept saying, no, I'm not ready for Canelo, and you know, kept fighting other people. And even before I won a world title, I know I had the same interview sitting on the end of the ring. I can't remember what fight it was when I said, you know, I don't want to keep stealing a living and you know fighting without being disrespectful. You know, like journeyman, and, you know, people I'm obviously favoured to beat. You know, I remember saying, you know, when I said bums, it's probably the wrong word to say, but you know, I didn't want to. It's just not in my nature to do that because I know the type of person I'll come unstuck against someone like that. You know, just not getting up for fights, and so you haven't seen me with a bit of fear in me yet. Obviously, you're gonna see it this weekend, but you know, I'm ready to perform at this level now. I feel I am, and it's one that I've asked to do. It's one that I want to do, and it's one that I think I'm capable of doing.
You've had 2 defences of your title. The gap between those defences to what you're facing this Saturday is massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
In an ideal world, is it safe to say that you may have preferred to have had, I don't know, a couple of more recognised names at light middleweight?
I've asked for them names though. I don't understand what you mean, and on paper it's probably an ideal situation. Yeah, you're probably right, but you know, I've asked for them fights. You know, look, you go over the years, the fights I've asked for, you wouldn't believe. You know, I've sat before I won a world title even. You know, I've asked for names who were on the, you know, like the fringe of world class. You know, Ishaq Smith, Jack Kulkai, Carson Jones. Who else? You know, over the years, even before I become WBO champion, I've asked for good fights, and you know, Mundine said that, you know, I had to travel for that fight at the time. We've asked for good names. I've asked for them step up names, and you know, for some reason they never came. They were too hard to make or whatever else. But you know, we've got one that really I can't say no to, and you know, if I'm world champion, I feel I'm ready for anyone. So you know, I'm not going to be world champion and saying I'm not ready for Canelo Alvarez, but I say, how can you say I'm not at this level yet? I haven't had a chance. You know, Canelo was at this level because he's had the chance to fight Cotto, he's had the chance to fight Mosley, he's had the chance to fight Angulo. No, I haven't had the chances. I haven't been in the ring with any of them, so you don't know yet. This fight will answer them questions.
If you was to pick out two of Canelo's performances that you would regard as impressive, what two would they be?
Cotto, I think, because there was lots of good like, he boxed in that and he fought in that. I think that was the one he's been the most switched on and the most up for, the Cotto one. Another very good one.
Kirkland? Angulo?
Kirkland was very good to watch from a fan's point of view, but go and watch round 2 of the Kirkland one. He's blowing already in round 2. Kirkland comes to fight, but he's not having it all his own way in round 2. After obviously he drops him in 1 and drops him again and finishes him in 3. Devastating knockout, but it weren't like a clinical the best performance from if you look from a critique point of view. I don't know. The Josecito Lopez one was very good. His variety was very good in that, but again that was a blown up welterweight.
If you obviously look back through Canelo's career, he's had a lot of fights for his age, and you're like I think the 4th Brit that he's fought. Experience-wise, he's there ahead. What will that count for come Saturday?
I feel I'm experienced enough. I've won titles at every level, and obviously I'm not comparing the experience he's fought. At the biggest stage. He fought Floyd Mayweather in Las Vegas. You're not going to get much more experience than that. But I'm like I say, I said to the American fans there, the American press at the media today. Give me 12 months time. I'll come back to America and fight one of your other champions, and you'll be saying to them, Liam Smith fought Canelo Alvarez, Liam Smith's fought, whoever else are fighting in the next 12 months. I'll be classed as one of the experienced ones who's been in with the good names if I beat Canelo Alvarez and then I win something else. So because he's had the opportunities to get them wins and get them experience, I haven't, and this is me step towards that.
Despite the fact that you hold a world title, why do you think Canelo and Golden Boy want to fight with you?
I think obviously they've looked at me. I knew it was going to be one of the 4 world champions. I knew it was going to be at light middleweight. I just think Lara is a southpaw. Give him trouble last time, but also weren't the best fight to watch. The 2 Charlos maybe a reason to it Heyman. I don't know what the relationship with Al Heyman is and Golden Boy. But even still, I think if you match the 4 light middleweights with Canelo, I think my style gels for the best fight with him. And I think they've probably looked at that. I think they probably think they can have an exciting fight with me and take me out, and it'll be very good to watch from a fan's point of view at this stadium. I think that's what they're probably thinking, and a little bit that they're saying they've got a surprise for Saturday and stuff like that. So I think they probably looked at all that and took it into account.
Going back to last week, Brook Golovkin, when he was talking to a lot of fighters about their opinion about how that fight would go, a lot of them are friends with Kell Brook, so they didn't want to be too disrespectful, but at the same time they wanted to give their honest opinion. How do you think people perceive this fight with you going in against someone like Canelo? Or does that sort of thing remotely bother you if people aren't backing you to win?
It doesn't bother me in the slightest, KUGAN, and every interview I've seen, it was always what do you think of Brook Golovkin, and it doesn't bother me, and I laughed at some of the people who were senior as KUGAN, because I just thought your opinions, you're ass kissing. You're not giving your honest opinion there, and I've seen a lot of people do that. But the ones who are doing it on my own, from mine and Canelo's fight, no, I don't take nothing from it. If every British media said I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get stopped, I'm gonna get fucked, I'm gonna get beat on points, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant to me, because if I'm not motivated for the fight by Canelo in general, then I don't really, I'm in the wrong sport. So no, I've got enough motivation I need from the family I'm around, the gym mates I'm around, you know, obviously the trainer I've got. And it's just that, like, you know, I know come Sunday, the ones who, like I said, the American ones, the ones who rip me off, the ones who slag me, will want to be writing about me Sunday. They'll want to be, you know, put me in their papers, put me in their news feed. So, you know, it's more bad from them than me.
Would you understand why the majority of British media would favour Canelo over you, though?
Yeah, and I don't knock anyone not fancying me in the fight. That you know, I don't want to be misquoted on this. I don't knock anyone who comes to me and says, you know what, I just think you'll fall shortly. Fair enough, that's not a problem. That is, I'd rather you say that to me than be an ass kisser and say, oh, you've got a chance, and then go to someone else and say, oh, no way, he hasn't. And I think that's what a lot of British media and a lot of people done with the Brook fight. I honestly do, because I remember, you know, I've spoke to people who said he doesn't win, and you know, I think they've done interviews with you and said they fancy he's got a chance and stuff like that. If you know, if someone come to me and said, look, I just don't think you're ready, or don't think you're big enough, fair enough, I'd rather you say that. But there's certain media and certain papers, you know, a lot of in the American papers, who rip me off, but also disrespected me, and that's what I openly stated, and that's what I said to them on a media call. For every one of you who was disrespectful towards me, can go and fuck yourselves, because you want to be right about me when I beat him. So that's what that was aimed at. It was nothing to do with, like I said, anyone picking Canelo. If you pick Canelo, you probably, you know, you've got a valid reason to pick him. He's the favourite going into the fight, but you know, there's ways to go about it.
A lot of people, when they said that Brook had a chance or had a slim chance, it was quite difficult for them to explain exactly where or how that method of win would come. But yourself and Joe obviously have seen things in Canelo, and knowing how you fight and the way your career's gone, to think you can exploit Canelo on Saturday.
Yeah, we obviously, you know, I think you've knew me long enough now. Do you think I'd take a fight for money?
No, I don't think you personally would go into a fight just based on opportunity, because a lot of fighters do.
Yeah.
Fight comes up, the opportunity, regardless of if they really think they're going to win or not, the opportunity is too big to fight on, whether it's on Sky or whatever, BoxNation or wherever, they take the fight anyway, regardless of whatever. But no, I don't believe you're someone that goes into that not believing you're going to win the fight.
Yeah, 100%. It's not in me makeup to do that. I probably should be getting more money for the fight. I'm 28. I'm not going here, like, you know, on the back end of my 30s, 33, 34, with nowhere to go, and I've been offered an opportunity as an opponent. You know, also people are forgetting I've got something. I'm the champion going into this fight. People seem to be forgetting that because it's Canelo Alvarez. I'm the champion. I could have said no, this is not a mandatory fight. I could have said no and let Canelo go a different route. I could have picked another voluntary defence, had a solid mandatory but one I can win, and then had another defence. You know, I'm still champion, I'm still earning good money. But no, I've took it for, you know, we've took it because we know we can win this fight, and obviously when I do win this fight, I'm the number one super welterweight in the world, so that's what our goal is, to keep our title and be the best in the division.
When Khan fought Canelo, Khan's had a long career, he's won world titles. It's safe to say that we kind of know how good Amir Khan is. With you, it is safe to say that we don't know how good Liam Smith is yet. Is that fair to say? Yeah,
I heard Joe saying he thinks probably 16 months, 18 months, you're probably going to get the best out of me. So if that's the case, then, you know, I'm excited for the next 18 months, certainly. You know, I think the better, obviously I've got to raise my game for Canelo Alvarez, and I'm looking forward to doing that. You know, no one's seen me do that, obviously. You know, it's a saying, but every fighter beats who's in front of them. I think that's a good thing with myself. Obviously, went to certain fights I watch now, and no disrespect to them, but I think I could have done to Jimmy Kelly what I've done to Radosevich when I watch it back. You know, but obviously when you're in there, you see it different, and there's different things that happen, but you know, now I have to raise the bar, and if I don't do that, then you know it won't work. So I'm looking forward to seeing how high I can raise the bar, and you know what level I can go to.
So obviously it's tonight, it's Tuesday. You've got a few of your media obligations to comply with for the rest of the week. Wayne's obviously on Friday, but this is your first sort of tester of the big time of the whole American thing. So
Yeah, you know, I've enjoyed it up to now, KUGAN. It's a lot busier than back home, the media here, and the obligations you've got to do for the fight of this magnitude. Obviously, you know, it is a massive fight on a very big stage, so it's been a bit busier than usual. But you know, I love being out here. I love America. This is my obviously first visit to Dallas besides the press conference. But it's just, you know, it's just like the same. I'm not out of my comfort zone over here. You know, I'm happy, and you know, I'm looking forward to showing all the fans over here now that, you know, I can fight.
I don't know if this is a question for you, but does it listening to Joe talk about this in the press conference in London about get behind Liam, come out there, support Liam. There's things like that bother you with the media if they're not here because they think Canelo's going to win and that sort of method of thought. Do things like that bother you?
No, not in the slightest, no way at all. But you know, if you're being honest about it, it should do, because it's, you know, it's not right really. But you know, it's not. I'm not like that as a person. You know, it doesn't bother me at all. You don't want to come, don't come, because you know the joke's on you next time when, say, you know, if I win Saturday and we're coming here for the rematch, you'll turn up for that, and then you know the joke's on you then. So you know, it is what it is. I can't expect them. I can't force them to come. But you know, the ones who don't come, and then when I win Saturday, and then they're phoning me Monday for interviews and whatever, you know, they will be told. And the same again. That's me as a person. You know, I'm not gonna pussyfoot around someone and think, oh, you never turned up, but yeah, I'll fine, I'll give you the interview. You know, you're getting told first before I give you the interview.
We only turned up because I couldn't face Joe,
Yeah.
you know, if I'm being honest. I couldn't face Joe, no. But do you know what? I will just say one thing. People are sent, usually, aren't they, from papers?
Yeah,
and
I
things.
know.
They're, it's not usually to do with them. If they're not funding it out of their own pocket to go and support whoever, whether it be you, Khan, whoever.
Yeah.
So, but that's just the way that media side works. Let me just ask you about Brook Golovkin. What did you make of it?
I thought it was a very, very good fight to watch. I thought Brook done very well. I think, you know, obviously he's come out of it covered in glory. His stock rose from that fight. But I think, you know, I think personally it's been a good, like, you know, outcome for him. Don't take that the wrong way. I know he's got a you know, broken eye socket, or I don't think the eye socket. What is it? What has he got done?
I think it was it?
Oh, yeah, a break on the
fractured
socket.
eye socket, I believe it was, yeah.
You know, obviously, so I don't mean in that sense. Obviously, that's a shame for him because he's gonna be out for a bit with that. But it's I think, you know, he's gone into the fight. He started well. He's let some shots go, and then he's kind of been pulled out with the injury. So you know, a lot of people, he's come out of it, you know, covered in glory at the minute, and obviously, you know, everyone's saying, you know, he got paid well for it, and I just think his stock has risen because of that fight. I do think there was something up with Golovkin though. I do think, you know, the rumours that were flying around all week was true, because I don't think he was his usual self.
The crowd were actually booing Dominic Ingle.
No, I thought it was terrible.
For throwing the towel in at the time. I always say with anyone, the trainer knows.
Yeah, and they're very close. Yeah.
In any situation, I'm sure if Joe felt it necessary for any of his fighters, if you had to do it, you'd do it. So I don't think anyone should be criticised for doing that, because if it had gone on a couple more rounds and something worse could have happened, would have happened, then...
I think it's one of them. I think it was proper unfair on Dominic Ingle, and you know what, his voice was gone. He couldn't even speak on the mic to get his point across. He knows obviously Kell Brook best, but I do also feel Kell Brook didn't give him many chances, didn't give him many options. You know, I think, I mean, to say he wanted to quit because he took some shots. You know, he rid the storm in the first round. He got wobbled to his boots in the first round, got through it, took some more big shots. But I just think as soon as the injury happened, you know, I think he wanted out Brook. He was looking at Dominic Ingle, tapping the eye. So I think he didn't give Dominic many options. You know what I mean? If your fighter is moaning over the eye, he doesn't really want to be in there. You know, it's your job to get him out there. You don't want to really make him stay in there. So obviously Dominic's threw the towel in for if he's going to live to fight another day. You don't want him in there with an injury, taking massive shots off a massive puncher.
And obviously you've got a situation there where Billy Joe Saunders and Golovkin in that fight could possibly happen. I understand talks have already sort of started between the camps for a potential fight. So again, I just think Golovkin does similarities to what he's done to everyone. Just breaks them down and stops them in the midway points. I think, you know, obviously I rate Billy Joe as a fighter, very good fighter, very good, also southpaw, but I just don't think he's got anything that troubles Golovkin. I'm a massive fan of Golovkin. I rate him very, very highly, and I don't think any middleweight beats him. Okay, but anyway, it's not about the middleweights this week. It's about the light middleweights this week. So, I said, good luck with the rest of the week, and you've got your final press conference Thursday, I believe.
Yeah, not on tomorrow, not many things. I think we've got a couple of phone interviews tomorrow. You know, we've got no training tomorrow. And then press conference Thursday, little session Thursday night, make a wait, and we're done. Waiting Friday.
It'd be nice if Canelo spoke a bit of English in the press conference.
He's just lazy, he's just bone idle, he is. He speaks it.
I've heard him speak it, yeah.
Yeah, you know, he talks English. I just think he can't be asked to speak English. I think he's one of them where he's not lazy with it, but he probably just can't be asked, like, speaking it.
I'm not sure if he can't be asked. I think it's probably a case of he can talk it, but not fluent enough to probably be comfortable having a full-blown interview, possibly. But I have heard him talk a couple of more than the odd word in. Yeah,
I have, like, first press conference we had, and I said to them, see you later. I said, you know, have a good camp, and he went, I'll see you tomorrow in London. And I thought, oh shit, yeah. But then I thought, you know, you understood that clear enough and said that quick enough. There weren't half you had to say, so I thought, you do speak English.
To be fair, though, I think a lot of people struggle to understand you at the best.
Yeah, and he understood it right away, so I thought, you know, you're not that bad.
All right, well, listen, Liam, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. I'm going to let you get to bed. Well. It's about 11 o'clock here, I think, is it?
Yeah, 10 past 11.
10 past 11, so I'm going to let you get to bed in your very messy suite. I'm sure we show people just got stuff chucked everywhere.
Proper fighters. It's a fighter's room, it's a fighter's suite. Clothes everywhere. You know, t-shirts, trainees.
Why not? Right, this has been KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV with Liam Smith. Thank you very much.
Mate, thanks.